Every street has two neighbors who just can't get along. On a small street where every house shared walls, laughter, and sometimes arguments, lived two neighbors, Ayesha and Farah. Their houses stood right next to each other. Their doors were only a few steps apart, but their hearts felt miles away. Almost every day there was a new argument. One afternoon, Farah stepped outside and said angrily, "Ayesha, why are your kids always playing in front of my gate? They're making so much noise." Ayesha quickly replied, "They're just children. What do you expect them to do, sit quietly all day?" Another day, it was about the TV. "Your television is so loud," Farah complained from her window. Ayesha crossed her arms and said, "Well, maybe you should close your windows then." Soon, their arguments became normal in the neighborhood. If children laughed too loudly, if someone parked slightly wrong, if music played a little too long, everyone knew another argument would begin. Neighbors often shook their heads and said, "These two will never get along." But then, Eid arrived. The street woke up with the smell of sheer korma, fresh clothes, and the sound of children laughing. Ayesha was preparing food in her kitchen when she looked at the extra bowl of dessert. For a moment she paused, then quietly she placed it on a tray. Across the wall, Farah was doing the same thing, holding a plate of homemade sweets. Both women walked out of their homes at the same time, and suddenly they were standing face to face. For a second, there was silence. Then Ayesha smiled softly and said, "Eid Mubarak." Farah looked at the tray in her hands, then at Ayesha's, and her face softened. "Eid Mubarak," she replied. The tension that had lived between them for months slowly melted away. They exchanged food, they laughed a little, and before going back inside, they shared a warm Eid hug. If this story reminds you of someone, maybe it's time to send them an Eid Mubarak.